Are you ready? Are you ready for the comeback?
Hi everyone, welcome to day 3 of our Living Strong Challenge. Very, very excited to be with you today and share with you what I'm going to share with you. I spent most of my morning putting my notes down so that I could share these with you in a quick and concise way, clear way. Hopefully you'll understand this. Again, I'm doing this Living Strong Challenge over the next 20 days. This is day 3, of course, and it's for me, right? So hopefully I could get my mind clear in the direction I want to go and really set myself up to be successful, to live a strong life every day. So today we're going to talk about your perfect day. Okay, now yesterday, very quick review. Yesterday we spoke about the Living Strong number and creating like that number. We're going to rate different dimensions of our lives, based on those 3 areas: the physical, the personal, and the professional aspects of our lives, and create these dimensions. We had 16 of them. Then each of those different dimensions, we gave it a number. Then we got the total of that number and got an average, and that was our Living Strong number. And our assignment was to pick 3 dimensions of our life, one from each of those areas, from the physical, from the personal, and the professional, and commit to improving those by 1 number. For example, if I want to look at my relationships, let's say with my family, let's say I'm a 6 and I want to get it to a 7. So that's what I'm going to work on for the next several days. So anyway, that's what we did yesterday. Hopefully you guys got a chance to do your homework, your Living Strong assignment. If not, get to it as soon as possible. And today we're going to talk about that perfect day. Okay, and I know some of you guys have had that experience where you'll get up, you'll start your day, you go through your day. At the end of the day, you get this feeling, oh my gosh, this was the best day ever. It was a perfect day. And we've had days like that, some more often than others, some not as often as we'd like. So we're going to talk about designing that perfect day. And I have my notes here. There's quite a bit of notes. I have 2 pages of notes, well, 3 pages, including what I put into my journal this morning. And I want to share that with you. So we're going to basically, the first thing we want to do is we want to commit ourselves, dedicate ourselves to creating our perfect day. Now, everyone's day, the perfect day is going to be different for everyone. And I'll share a little bit about mine, what my perfect day is. But we're going to look at we're going to say we have our physical, we have our personal, and we have a professional. So we're going to look at our perfect day with respect to the 3 P's. Okay, it's basically taking that Living Strong number that we created yesterday, and we're going to put that to practice. We're going to put the Living Strong number in practice using those 3 P's and those different dimensions, right? Those 16 dimensions that I listed yesterday, that I created, and we created our number. So we're going to put that into practice. And what does your perfect day look like? I have a question here. What does that look like? And is it going to happen by chance, or is it going to happen on purpose? And something I learned many years ago, that if I want success in my life, if I want my life to be strong and amazing, if I want that perfect day, I want to take the power of choice, that the power of choice is in my hands. So if it's my choice, what would my perfect day look like? And that's what we are going to talk about today. Okay, and what would it consist of? Okay, what do we do in the course of the day, and what does it look like? At the end of the day, do we look back on our day, and do we see what we had intended to see at the end of the day when we started that day off, if that makes sense? Okay, and so I wrote here, how do we get to a place where our day looks more and more like that perfect day? Remember, we're talking about the little changes that we're making, right? That over time, it's going to improve, and there's going to be that growth, a little bit percentage every single day leads to this big improvement, right? That compound interest idea, what Einstein speaks of when he says that eighth wonder. compound interest. So the little bit that we do every single day leads us to more and more often that perfect day, and we're going to do that with purpose. Okay, and so there are driving forces that are going to help you accomplish this, and you probably could add to this list, but on my list I wrote down mindset. You have to have it in your mind and believe this with your heart, with your soul, that your perfect day can happen, and it's in your mind, it's in your heart. That's your mindset. This can be the best day ever, and you start that mindset first thing in the morning. Matter of fact, when you go to bed the day before, you say tomorrow is going to be the best day ever, regardless of what your day was that day. When you lay your head down and you rest, get ready to rest your body for the upcoming day, by God's grace, you wake up the next morning, you're going to have this mindset that today is the day. Best day ever, my perfect day ever. That's a mindset. Okay, and then I wrote down here clarity. You want to be clear about what that's going to look like, and we're going to talk about that. So you must have a mindset and have clarity on what your perfect day is going to look like. And then you're going to have to embrace the power of discipline. And I'll put it right below. Remind me if I don't. Right below, there's a great book by Jocko Willink called, I have it right over here. It's called, where do I have it? I have it right here. Extreme Ownership. I have it right there. And I actually have a couple of books available. If you want one for free, 100% complimentary, let me know. I'll send it to you. Extreme Ownership. Okay, he talks about discipline. Being a discipline is your superpower. So you definitely want to implement discipline in your life, and that is a choice. I do not believe that somebody can get more or less discipline. You choose to be disciplined. And Jocko Willink talks about discipline being freedom. Freedom gives you freedom to have the day that you prefer. So you have to implement discipline. And then effort. You've got to put effort. You can't just talk about it. You've got to put action behind it. And you have to put effort in it. It's going to take effort. It's also, and I have this on my list, it's also going to take creativity. You're going to have to tap into your creative mind, and you're going to may have to come up with different ideas to live out your perfect day. And it's going to take effort. Okay, and then you're going to need that living strong number to quantify to whether you're getting close or not. So you need to have that number and know exactly where you want to go, what you want to accomplish, and what your day is going to look like with respect to your living strong number and those three areas that you want to look at to improve. Okay, and so driving forces, that's going to be your driving force. You can add to that list, but that's what I'm saying. Your driving force is going to be your mindset, your clarity, your discipline, your ability to put effort and action behind what you say you're going to do, and then being creative. If you hit a spot that you don't know what to do, get creative, and then let your living strong number, those areas, those three areas, or more if you like, it's totally up to you, let those be your driving force. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about this idea. I saw it earlier today. I came across it, and the power of our day. And before we go into, let's say, the 3-segment approach, okay, really 4, but 3-segment approach, I want to talk about this idea that I came across this morning, the law of the farm. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. And it was actually Steve Covey mentioned it, and he actually mentioned it based on recordings, audio recordings from Earl Nightingale. And so it's talking about basically, planting your seeds, or right here, living strong. Here's a quote right over here. Living a strong life every day is only achievable if you have the right mindset and clarity. So we spoke about that. And in my journal here, I wrote it down. The law of the farm. Simple. It's a simple concept. Very easy concept. Okay. As in farming, it says here, there's a quote that I took from this article that I found this morning. If you want the link to that, I'll put that down right below. Make sure you ask for that. The quote says this. It says, as in farming, success in life comes from regular, disciplined daily practice. And he goes on to quote Galatians 6:7 from the Bible. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Bible, but anyway, one of the Proverbs says this: sow as you sow, so shall you reap. In other words, your future consequences are inevitably going to be shaped by your present actions. And he goes on to say this, as a person would usually discover that no one individual day was responsible for turning the trick or creating that success. Rather, it was the successful succession of days lived as best as one can live it, one day at a time, that was responsible for one's success, ultimate success. So it's one day at a time, and we have the power to choose what we do in our day. What would our perfect day look like? Let's go ahead and break down our day into what I call three segments. It's actually really four segments. Okay, and I wrote that down. We have the morning, from let's say from 5 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Okay, and then we have the afternoon from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Then we have the evening from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then here's that fourth segment, is at nighttime when you go to sleep. It could be maybe from 9 to 4 a.m. Okay, so those are the segments of the day. We're going to focus on what you do with the three segments of the day. That's where your power is, because you're awake and you have the power of choice to choose what you do, for the most part, for those three segments: the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. Nighttime, you've got to sleep. That's that fourth segment, okay? The fourth segment is where you actually sleep, rest your mind, rest your body, rest that spirit, so you can start your next day. But let's focus on those three segments, okay? The three segments, and that's why I call it three-segment approach. And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the morning. Okay, now the morning, know what time you're going to get up and intend to get up at that time. So you're going to reflect on what you would like to do in the morning. Now, I get up between 4 and 5 o'clock. I have a block of time that I allow myself to get up between 4 and 5 o'clock. Does it always happen? No, but more often than not, it does. 90% of the time, it does. That's the time I get up. Sometimes a little bit earlier, sometimes a little bit later, but that's the block of time I intend to get up. So let's say, for example, I get up, let's say, at 5 o'clock, and then there's my morning. My morning is from 5 o'clock to 12 o'clock. That's my day. Now, what would your day look like? Some of you possibly start your job. You have to prepare and go out. Like, for example, my wife has to get up in the morning. She has to prepare, get dressed, and get her breakfast. She does her little workout before she heads out the door to go teach. She teaches at a private school. So that's her morning. Everyone has their own day, their own perfect day. Okay, so my perfect day is where I get up between 4 and 5 o'clock, and I work my morning with intention until 12 o'clock. And then I have my afternoon, right? I have my 12 to 5 p.m. So there's a block of time that I have, that segment of time that I decide what to do. So I have specific things that I intend to do within that time. And so for me, actually, it's from 12 to 3 o'clock. 12 to 3 o'clock, that's my block of time. And then from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock, that's my next block of time. That would be, I would say, my evening, okay, where I would do work, where I would prepare to get to the evening, and then the evening would be most likely for me 8 to 10 o'clock. So let's have the three segments. We've got the morning, let's say from 4 to 12 o'clock. Then I have my afternoon from 12 o'clock to, I'll say, 8 o'clock, and then I have my evening from let's say from 9 to 10 o'clock. That's where I wrap up. So those are my three days, my three segments in my perfect day. And then so the morning, I decide what I'm going to do in that morning. So let me show you something really quick right over here. So this is as you can tell, I not only use digital, but I also use hard copy. I love journals, and I love my calendar book here. Okay, so in my calendar, and I shared it earlier on my Facebook page, okay, on the week, you'll see that, if you can see it pretty good here, each day I have the times listed there. This is today. Okay, and I have each block of time what I'm doing. And right now, it's the time of day where I'm recording day 3 of my Living Strong challenge, and that's right there. And what's powerful about this, at the end of the day, that I look back and I can check off the things that I intended to do, and it's so empowering. That's the perfect day for me. If I would say, okay, what's my perfect day? My perfect day is that my day, I do what I intend to do on that day and feel empowered because I made the choice, a powerful choice to plan my day and do what I intended to do. And at the end of the day, it's done. I have all these check marks off, and as many as possible. And the last couple of days, they've all been checked off. Okay, and that's, for me, that's powerful, empowering, and that's what I would call a perfect day. Doing what I intend to do in the day, and then check off everything that I planned and intended to do that day. So that's powerful. That's why I'm going to encourage you guys to look at what your perfect day would be. Okay, and so moving on, and so it's nothing like checking those things off in your day. Okay, did that? That's done. That's done. That's done. And I look at blocks of time. Like for example, I say I get up in this block of time, not exactly, because sometimes it'll be before or after, but there's that block of times. That's why the 3 segments in your day, it's powerful. Now so I have this what I call this awareness, right? My A game, being aware, assessing, and then choosing a right action, right? And so I have this question I ask my students and my clients all the time: how far does something have to go before you realize it's gone too far, you're off track? So how far does your day have to go? This day that you intended to live out and have an empowering moments in the day, so you can finish your day empowered and feel the sense of success. How far does your day have to go before you realize it's not going the right way? So you need to be aware of that. But your awareness is being aware to what you intend to do in your day, okay, which is based on what you intend to do in the week, which is what you intend to do in the month, so forth. You have this big goal based on a vision, then you break it down. So what are you doing today with respect to all that? So your perfect day, okay? And so now, with all that being said, once you've created that perfect day, you got your 3 segments. Okay, now the next thing is that creating rules. Like for me, my rule is I get up at this block of time, and this is what I intend to do. So when I get up in the morning, one of the things that I do, and this is a rule, I get up and I make sure I prepare my mind, my heart, that spirit. I do a quiet time, a devotional. So that's why when you look, when you're on my Facebook page every morning, I always put something positive up there, my Living Strong for that day. Today's Wednesday, right? Living Strong Wednesday. I have this idea, this concept, this affirmation or this positive thought, and I share it with my community. So that's something that I do, and that's a rule. I got to get up and I have to do that. That's a rule, okay? And so what you want to do is you want to create rules, and your rules are going to help guide you through your day. Those rules, and the rules I get up. The rule is I get up at the time I intend to get up. The rule is I intend to plan my day and have intentions for the day. The rule is that I'm going to eat, and these are the times I'm going to eat. The rule is that I'm going to spend time working on relationships, or the rule could be I'm going to spend time exercising my body. Okay, the rule is going to be that I'm going to make sure I make my phone calls, or the rule is going to be make sure I send a text to my wife and let her know that I'm thinking of her. The rule may be I need to get some moments so I can be with my children, with my son and my daughter. Okay, these are rules. And so what this means here, rules to laws. Rules are great. Now, if you break a rule, if I break one of my rules, that's no big thing. I just make notice of it. Okay, I didn't do what I intended to do. I broke a rule, and so I'll be aware of it. I'll assess it, and then I'll make sure I have control over the next action. And so, what I want us to do Okay, it's a great idea here. I think that I heard this from someone else. None of these ideas are really original. I take these ideas from what I've learned from reading, from seminars, from workshops, from mentors, from other instructors that I've connected with. And so this is just stuff that I've learned from other people. So one thing I learned was that you take your rules and you turn them into laws. And that becomes more powerful. It's the law. The law in my mind, in my heart, is that I get up at the time I intend to get up, that I do what I intend to do. It's not just the rule, it's the law. And if anyone tries or any situation tries to pull me away from that, I have this conviction that what I intend to do, I need to do, that's the law. It's based on my rules. So I want you to empower yourself with that. And you're going to take your rules, you're going to create you're going to decide what your rules are. It's going to be one of your assignments for today. Your Living Strong assignment is to create your rules and then dedicate yourself to turning those rules into laws. Okay, laws. So that's what we're going to do. That's what that is. Now, continuing with, you already know, one of your assignments for today, Living Strong assignment, and for the challenge is to figure out what your rules are based on what your perfect day would be like from those three segments, right? The morning, the afternoon, the evening. And then you're going to create rules and turn those rules into laws. And this is all going to be based on those three dimensions that you chose yesterday from the 3 P's, right? From the physical, the personal, and the professional. And you're going to create your rules, turn them into laws, so you can then create that perfect day and have the intention to make it happen. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. Okay, and so wake up. It could be a wake up time. It could be eating window. These are some of the things that I have for my day. Right, my self care, my empowerment. It could be meditation, which is what I do, or a power nap. Okay, and mental empowerment, growth, learning, and seeking, and getting and attaining knowledge and understanding. Maybe it's that fitness, that workout, that maybe a wake up workout, which is what I do. Then a strength training workout, maybe meeting your goal. So these are things you're going to do in your day. Create your day, list rules that govern your day, that you turn them into laws. That's your assignment. And I hope all that makes sense. Okay, guys, create your day. Create that perfect day. That's empowering, so that at the end of the day, you can look back at your day and say, I'm proud of the work that I've done. I did, for the most part, I did what I intended to do. Perfect. Now let me go to sleep, get my rest, get up tomorrow morning, and repeat. Powerful stuff. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you have any questions, right below, go ahead, share some links below. If you want that book that from Jocko Willink that I have several books of extreme ownership, and I believe I have about 5 or 6 of them. If you want that for free, let me know. I'll get that to you. If you want a link to purchase it, let me know. Matter of fact, I'll just put it right below. And other than that, guys, have an amazing day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, day 4. Okay, take care. Bye.